Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome to Exposing Catholicism, where we expose to you all the true teachings of the Catholic Church, the teachings which the Church has always taught from the beginning in all ages and in all generations up to the present age. My name is Tongai Chipangura. I am your host in this channel. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. Share, comment, and like our videos. So we are continuing on this series of Who is God, and in the second series, we explain to you. Let me just go quickly through it. We explain to you, we give a definition of God as God is a supreme being, supreme spirit, or God is a supreme spirit who alone exists of himself, and is infinity in all perfection. God is a supreme spirit who alone exists of himself and is supreme in all perfections. So if you see something which is running throughout these explanations of these definitions, as we try to explain word by word of what do we mean by supreme, there is another word which is always popping up, and this word is oneness. When we say God is supreme, we say he is one, he is the greatest, because there cannot be two who are greatest. Supreme spirit, and we explain to you what do we mean by spirit, who alone exists of himself. We also explain much in detail what do we mean by when we say who alone exists of himself. So in this video we want to explain and is infinity. What do we mean? Let us explain in detail what is it, what we mean when we say God is infinity. It means he has no beginning. God has got no beginning and he has got no end. God has no limits. He is limitless to whatever you can attribute God to. E.g., when we say God is powerful, what must we really say? We are trying to say God is infinitely powerful and is infinity. This is what we mean. God is infinitely powerful. So anything that you can attribute God to, is better we put that word before it. E.g., powerful. God is infinitely powerful. It means God is so powerful. The power that we as human beings, we cannot ever imagine or comprehend. So, if God is infinity, is limitless, he has no limits, how can there be two infinity beings? It's impossible that we can have two infinite beings. So again, that word which I say, look at this word, it will pop up in every definition as we try to explain further the definition of God that we give. Oneness. There can only be one infinite being, not two. If there are two infinite beings, then there is a contradiction. There is no truth there. So our God is infinity. He is one, because there can only be one infinity being. There can only be one God. So we cannot say we human beings who are finite beings can able to comprehend fully the infinity. There is no way we can understand the limitless. No, it's impossible, because we as human beings, we have limits to anything that we can think of. We have limits. We have our limits. And if there is one who can come tomorrow and say, I have completely comprehend the infinity, that person is a lie. That person is lie. That person is telling you the false. We, the finite beings, can never comprehend the infinity being. God is without limit in any way. Whatever way you can think of, God is without limit. When this is what we say, infinity and is infinity. Therefore, God is without limit. E.g., we talk about powerful. When we talk about God is powerful, men can be powerful too. We human beings can be powerful too. But when we are talking about God, we must not even just say God, our God is powerful. No, we must say our God is infinitely powerful. When we make it to heaven, we will spend eternity, we will spend every eternity, what can I say? We will spend all the eternity in trying to understand God, because He is without any limit. So if we want to understand God and we make it to heaven, there is no way still we can say, this is now I have understood God. Even in heaven, even when we see Him face to face in heaven, no, we cannot even arrive at a conclusion to say, I have understood God. No, we will learn about God eternally. We will spend eternity in trying to know and understand God, because God is infinity and is infinity. Just imagine spending the whole eternity understanding God. This is what we mean when we say and is infinity. So the definition of God still is God is a supreme being who alone exists of himself and is infinity in all perfections. So we explain further what do we mean by supreme, what do we mean by spirit, and who alone exists of himself. We explain in detail. Now we explain also and infinity and is infinity. So on the next episode, we are going to explain in all perfections. Then we can say, now we can close our definition of God. But you must remember, on the first episode of this small series, we say there is no way we can understand God. There are limitless, there are obstacles in coming to understand God, despite God giving us the natural light of reason, despite God giving us enlightenment, despite God revealing himself in what you call divine revelation or divine truth, where Jesus Christ became a man and dwelt among us to reveal who God is. Even if we were so close to God through the person of Jesus Christ, we still cannot understand God. We still cannot comprehend the infinity. This is what we mean when we say God is infinity. So thank you very much for watching. Please, for you to understand very well, complete watching all the videos from the first one. Don't start with this one. There are some before. Then you can really understand where we are going, when we are coming from. So if you see in all these definitions and all these explanations that we give, that word is always popping up: one, 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 one. The word one, number one, single. So our God is one. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.